welcome to Flourishing in the Garden week 3. This is our fire practice, also related to the solar plexus chakra located right here, which is an energy center. So as we move today, we'll think about the fire element. This element is definitely, it definitely has power behind it. So it's a space where we can get things done, where we can continue to move. We're going to incorporate an Ujjayi breath to create heat in the body, and our movements are going to be a little bit quicker and more intense than the other weeks. So again, find a comfortable seated position, and we'll start here with our Ujjayi breath. So for Ujjayi breath, it's sometimes called like the sound of the ocean breath or ocean breath. And in this space, we'll start to contract the throat just gently. So you can inhale through the nose and then exhale out of the mouth. And so you can even make that audible exhale sound. So we'll inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. So we'll do that 2 more times, but we're going to close the mouth now. So we'll inhale through the nose, exhale, let it go. So feeling that gentle contraction, inhale, exhale with a closed mouth, let it go. And so continuing here just for a couple breaths. And we'll start to think about if we can engage the throat on our inhale and the exhale. So just taking a couple of those Ujjayi breaths here. And so at any time through our practice today, you can always incorporate that breath. Again, that is a very heating breath, especially with a closed mouth. So it'll help to increase the internal body temperature. And it also, that sound also draws our attention inward. So again, another tool that we can use throughout our practice today. So we'll start to find some movement here. Again, wherever you're seated, whether that's on the ground or in a chair, we'll start to find a seated twist. So we'll ground through the sits bones, ground through the hips, the points that are connected to the earth or to your chair. And then we'll inhale to bring the arms out wide, and then exhale to twist. So we'll cross the arm across the body to the opposite leg. Inhale to bring it back to center. Exhale to twist. So again, keeping that spine nice and long as we're twisting here. Let's inhale back to center and exhale to twist. You can take these on your own time, and if at any time you want to just hold the posture, you can hold and start to breathe into it. Or you can continue to find that movement if you like to find the movement from side to side. Just taking whatever you need here. We'll come back to center and we'll transition to a tabletop. So we'll come to the hands and knees here. And we'll move through just a couple cat-cows. So we'll inhale to bring the head and the tailbone up towards the sky or the ceiling. We'll exhale to round the head and the tailbone down towards the earth. So a couple options here. We can have, as you're moving, we want to have the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. The feet here, we can either have the toes on the earth or we can have the tops of the feet on the earth. But wherever you are, just taking a couple movements here to kind of warm up the spine and that extension and flexion. And again, incorporating that Ujjayi breath if you want to get into it here. And we'll find our way into a 2-legged table. So we'll start by grounding through the right hand and the left leg. So from here, again, the tops of the toe or the tops of the feet can be on the mat or the toes can be on the mat. But we'll start to find our way to this two-legged table. And at any point you can always drop a hand and just focus on the leg lifting, or we can keep the hand lifted and drop the toes down to the earth. So playing around here, again, finding your fire. Maybe we start to hug the elbow and the knee in, crunch it in, lift it out. So maybe taking a couple of those to fire it up, wake up that core, and then we'll release, let it go. So maybe finding a little bit of movement in the upper body. And then we'll start to take that two-legged table on the other side. So let's kick that left leg back, right arm reaches forward. And then playing with any variation. Again, always an option to drop a hand or drop the foot down for more stability. If you want to start to find that fire here, maybe exhaling, drawing the knee and the elbow together, inhaling to reach it up, exhaling to draw it together, inhaling to stretch and find that length. And we'll release it down, let it go. We'll start to make our way into our first downward dog of our practice today. So for our down dog, maybe we find our way into a high plank or a high push-up position and then press the feet back. That's one way that we can kind of find the length of our down dog. But then adjusting as you need to. From here you can start to bend one knee, then the other, maybe you bend both at one time. But just noticing how you can connect to your foundation. So how we can really press through the hands, start to create some space between the shoulder blades. So really pressing the hands into the earth and then rounding, bringing the shoulder blades apart from each other. And so from here, let's kick the right leg back and then we'll step it up to the hands. We'll come to a crescent lunge here. So in your crescent lunge, we'll have both of the toes are going to point forward. So options here to have the feet on train tracks. So they, we don't have to be in one line here. We can allow some space for the hips to be free. But as you're here in this crescent lunge, we can sink into the front leg. The back leg is nice and straight and strong, and the arms can come up. So we'll inhale to reach it up, exhale to sink. Inhale to reach it up, maybe straighten up through the front leg, exhale to sink. Let's take that one more time. Inhale to reach it up, exhale to sink. And now we'll land through this front leg. We'll ground here, and we'll make our way up to eagle. So as you start to ground, we can lift off the back foot. We'll bring that left leg up. We'll cross it over. Nice. Making our way into eagle. So again, left leg over. We'll bring the left arm under. Maybe the hands rest on the shoulders. Maybe they come together in front of the face. But wherever you are here, just sinking into this posture, allowing the thighs to really squeeze together to create that stability. We'll land here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, let it go. We'll shake it out a little bit, and then we'll make our way to that crescent lunge, eagle flow on the other side. So let's ground through this left leg. We'll step it back through the right. And again, both toes are going to point forward. I like to have my feet on train tracks, so they're about 6 inches or hip distance apart, just to give the hips some space here to be and create that stability in your foundation. So from here we can reach the arms up, maybe straighten up through the right or the front leg. Exhale to sink. Inhale to lift and exhale to sink. I have a bee trying to pollinate my necklace here. That's great. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale to sink. And now he's trying to pollinate my tattoo. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale to sink. So let's land here. We're going to make that transition to eagle. So we'll ground through this left leg. We'll step it up. A little balance challenge for you. And then let's cross into eagle. So the thighs here are going to be squeezing together to create that stability. And then we'll bring the right arm under. So options to have the hands wrap, or we can have the hands come together in front of the face. So take your variation here. Incorporating that Ujjayi breath back in if you would like. Again, the open mouth breath is going to be a little bit more cooling. The closed mouth is going to help to increase that heat. And then we'll release, let it go. Let's shake it out a little bit here. And then we'll find some stillness. So just taking a moment here, if you would like, you can close your eyes. But just taking a moment to notice any sensation in the body. Allowing yourself to notice the quality of your breath, to notice the quality of your energy. And then from here, we'll come into one of our main postures for the week. So it's our Goddess Ha. And I will face you guys. So for our Goddess, we'll start to walk the feet a little bit wider than the hips and then sink the hips down. So this is our Goddess. We have a lot of options here. So for this Goddess Ha, it's kind of integrating vocalization, integrating the strength building in the legs, but then it's also a little bit of balance. So for this posture, we'll start in Goddess. We can inhale to lift it up. So we'll raise one leg up. Exhale, come down. And you can throw the arms down like that. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale. So let's keep moving with that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. Options, if you are near a wall or a railing of some sort, we can always use that as a prop. So we can come here, inhale to reach it up. And then we can use another railing, or we could turn around. Inhale to reach it up. So two options there, either using support or finding your Goddess Ha from center. So taking it where you want, we'll do a couple more rounds. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale. Let's do a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale, and then now we'll slowly start to bring it back to center. And we'll come back into it. The hands can rest just on the lower ribs. We'll take some more space here just to notice sensation in the body. Maybe noticing the temperature of your body, noticing your breath, maybe noticing your heart rate. And then we'll take a breath in, we'll reach it up through the arms. We'll exhale, and as you exhale, start to kind of wiggle the fingers down. And so this is kind of a little bit of a cooling posture. We can inhale to reach it up, exhale to let it go. Let it go out of the mouth. The fingers can, again, kind of trickle down. We'll inhale, let's take that one more time. We'll exhale out of the mouth. Just to kind of find a little bit of balance there. And then we'll make our way into a forward fold. So we can come down to our seat. We'll take the last two postures from the ground here, and we'll bring the feet to come straight out in front of us. So again, this is our fire practice here today, but with any of the elements, we want to think about how they might affect us moving through the rest of our day. So with our fire practice, some of those more heating and activating postures and breath that we have, it's always nice to kind of ground and bring it back down. So so that we don't just walk into the rest of our day with that fire all crazy. And I'm a fire sign, so it's really easy to do. So that's why these grounding postures are super helpful to kind of come back into the space. So from here, seated forward fold, you can have both legs out in front of you. Again, we'll work to find that connection point of the hips to the earth, and we'll start to fold it forward so the arms can reach forward, and then we'll start to inhale to open up through the chest. We'll take a couple of these motions before folding into it. Exhale to fold, inhale to kind of open through the chest. We'll exhale, let's fold one more time, and we can just hold here for a couple breaths. So options to have more of a we can draw the shoulders behind us and have more of a flat back, or we can tuck the chin and round through the spine. So again, coming back to the breath here. And then we'll slowly start to bring it back up to a seated position, and we'll find our way onto our backs. So from here, we'll take a simple twist. So you can lie down on your back, and we'll hug the right leg into the chest. So just hugging that right leg in, and we'll cross it over to the left. So as you can see here, my right shoulder is gonna come back to the mat. Sometimes it's gonna wanna lift up. We'll bring that right shoulder back to the mat. That right leg is going to come over to the left, creating that nice twist throughout the spine. So again, coming back to the breath here as you inhale, noticing how the rib cage expands, the chest expands. And then as you exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper here. And then we'll slowly bring it back to center. Let's hug this left leg into chest, and we'll take it over to the right. Again, that left shoulder will start to press it back towards the earth, and that left leg can come over to the right, finding that nice twist. And then just incorporating your breath back into it. So inhaling to feel that expansion, exhaling maybe to twist a little bit deeper. And then we'll slowly start to bring it back. And we'll hug both legs into the chest, squeeze it in. And you can rock and roll forward and back a couple of times. If that feels comfortable to your spine, of course. And so I thank you guys for sharing this fire practice with me. And until I see you guys again, namaste.